All right, y'all. This is week 9 recap of the Steelers performance here, and it was a great one. It was a great one. We played the best team in the NFL, in the Indianapolis Colts, and we gave it to them. We pretty much dominated the game. I mean, this is not what I know most expected, especially since how our defense performed last week. But we blew out the Colts yesterday. We blew them out. Obviously, the score is 27-20, but I mean those are mostly garbage time points. Pretty much all the points are garbage time points. It was 24-7 in the fourth quarter. It was probably one of our best wins of the season, especially if you just put the context around the whole thing. I mean, the Colts, we made them look like a regular team. We made Daniel Jones look like the old Daniel Jones, throwing interceptions and fumbling the ball. That's kind of what you expect from Daniel Jones, and we really showed that. We really put him back to where he was. I mean, this team was supposed to be the most complete team. They were supposed to be the best running team. Had the MVP of the league so far. A lot of people were saying, but we completely shut down Jonathan Taylor. Completely shut him down. He didn't. I think he had one run that was like 9 yards. That was his longest run of the game. Other than that, I mean, he averaged 3 yards per carry. This was a wonderful and excellent performance by our Steelers here. It's so funny that it comes back around like this, especially because of all the scrutiny we took the past 2 weeks, not just the media, but even our own fans. And it's funny how some Steelers fans are, because even with this win, it's like it's still something to complain about. It's still something to not be happy about, or why didn't we do this before? And all of these different things. The defense, honestly, is what people kind of point out. And it was a wonderful game for defense. 6 turnovers. I mean, it kind of reminds you of the New England game earlier this year, where we just generated a bunch of turnovers. But I think we were a lot more dominant in this game. What a performance by Peyton Wilson. I mean, he struggled to start the season, especially in the run. And Cole Holcomb had to be the guy to come in and all that. Cole Holcomb had an injury this week, so it looked like Peyton Wilson was going to permanently be in there and be the guy. And he had a great performance. 14 total tackles, 10 solo, interception, and he caused the second interception by Jack Sawyer by popping that ball in the air. I mean, this was a wonderful game to watch. This was a great TJ Watt game as well. You saw TJ Watt make a big play that kind of turned the game. That's what we expect from TJ Watt. He makes the plays that sets the momentum for the rest of the game. And that fumble, the sack, fumble, recovery, the triple threat right there, that really made it. They turned the game, because to start the first quarter, it was a little shaky, 7-0. Offense wasn't really going. Got to the red zone, couldn't score, but we ended up coming through right after that the TJ Watt sack and fumble and recovery. So it's a great game. Listen, we gotta enjoy this. We gotta enjoy this one. I know every week we want to find a way to make the team better, where we did wrong. We want to point out all the deficiencies, but this is one of those games where you look at how the defense performed in terms of turning the ball over. And that's something that the defense has been doing the past 3 years, is turning the ball over. And we came out today and did it again. Obviously, you don't expect 6 turnovers every game, but the way our defense is, we turn the ball over. So, as long as we lead in that ratio in every game, you lead that turnover ratio, we usually come out looking pretty successful. So a lot of changes on the defense. I got to keep talking about the defense because that's kind of what the concern was going into this game. It was a lot of turnover. We played a lot more cover two rather than man to man, which is something that I think was key to changing the outcome of this game. And shout out to the coaching staff once again. We want to slander Mike Tomlin when it's deserved. You watched the show last week. I definitely did that. And this game here, we changed some schemes. We, like I said, went more zone rather than the man to man concepts we've been doing, and it definitely helped out. And honestly, you see Highsmith out there in zone making plays. You saw even Joey Porter Jr. out there making plays. I know he's going to give you a pass interference call pretty much every game at this point. We just have to accept it. It's going to be holding, pass interference, something. But solid game from him. He had his moments, and you just want to see the progression there. Cam Hayward also still looks like an All-Pro to me. I'm not sure how the voting's going to go, but he still looks like a great player. And he did get his money, so it's good. You get your money, you keep performing. We got Keanu Benton coming in. Keanu Benton is just a pass rusher. Honestly, you want to see him do better in the run, but he knows how to get out after the quarterback, especially as a D tackle. You don't always expect that, but these Wisconsin guys that we got on the squad, her big as well. It's wonderful. Highsmith finally looked like himself again. Made big plays, huge plays. The pass rush and turn the ball over is what our team is really about. I know we do want to stop the run, but the pass rush is something that's key for this team, for us to be successful. And I'm really excited for the future to see how our team continues moving forward after this. But yeah, just the overall performance was good by the defense. Like I said, we got a bunch of turnovers, and definitely something to be happy about. But, and there's always a but, I still don't know if this is a complete turnaround for the defense yet. So I do want to see how we continue to do moving forward. But once again, the offense to me, and I know the numbers weren't so great. I mean, it looks like Aaron Rodgers had 200 yards in the touchdown. Jaylen Warren 1.9 yards per carry, which is terrible. He did get the 2 touchdowns, which is always what you want. And the pass game was decent. Like I said, 200 yards is not that much, but we were able to move the ball down the field and get what we wanted, which is important, especially against, like I said, one of the best teams in the NFL, especially according to the record. But all right, I mean, with the offense, the tight ends played a key factor. Darnell Washington. I'm starting every game I watch Darnell Washington. I just start to rate him higher and higher. I love his highlights back in Georgia, and when we got him, I was really excited just because he is not just a blocking guy. He can honestly catch the ball and make movement, and in the passing game. So I love to see it. You had Freiermuth come away with the touchdown. Freiermuth is just repeating his great performance that he had a couple weeks ago. And he's showing that he still is a part of this offense, still a big player on this team. Calvin Austin, good performance from him as well, being reliable, especially on third downs. We just want to see a little more from the running game, and that would probably come along. I believe in Jaylen Warren. I know most Steelers fans believe in Jaylen Warren. A lot of people calling for us to trade for running back. Breece Hall is available. He's somebody who a lot of teams are looking and inquiring to find out if he's available on trade. But I would keep it. I would keep us with Jaylen Warren and getting the game well. I know he played terrible yesterday, but I would keep that duo. I wouldn't go and trade for running back. I would keep that duo, especially if you trade for Breece Hall. You probably have to give up a third. I'd rather just keep Jaylen Warren. I like what I'm seeing. But to close this out, I really just want to talk about probably the most hated player in our team. most hated player in the media, and I think I've been talking about him for a while now. Is Aaron Rodgers? This guy completely turned around this offense completely. I haven't seen anything like it. He's so consistent in terms of moving the ball down the field, and he's the best quarterback we had since Ben. It's the best I've seen the offense look. And I know we had some good moments with Russell Wilson last year, but this 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 is a collection of weeks he's putting here. This is week 1 of week 9, and the guy is on pace for 36 touchdowns. 36 touchdowns this year. That's that's sensational. He's third in the league in touchdown passes. Mahomes is second, and Mahomes has played a game over him. So after this week, I don't see why he can't move into first place there. Right now, we're first place in the division, which is great. We're 2 games ahead of the next team, which is the Raiders, and we play the Colts next week. This, like I said, the schedule's getting tough. Schedule's getting tough now, and we're gonna be at LA. We're gonna be, I think this is another Sunday night game. So we're gonna be on national TVs. Everybody's gonna see, and everybody's gonna have an opinion. But this is a game for us to win here. Back-to-back wins against the Colts and the Chargers. This is one we got to pull through. Joe Alt looks like he suffered something serious. I don't know what the injury is gonna. I don't know how long he's gonna be out, but it does look like he had something serious going on with that injury. Follow that by the Bengals, which I think that's gonna be a different game this time. I have a lot more to say. We're gonna do another show here. I'm gonna kind of talk a little more about how I feel about Aaron Rodgers and what he's doing to this offense and how he's changing this team around. I think we got to bring him in. We got to beg him to come back next year. Still draft a rookie, have him sit behind him for another year, unless you love what you've seen from Will Howard. I just don't know. But I think that Aaron Rodgers has turned his team around. And it's funny because we thought that we will be carrying Aaron Rodgers with our defense. But no, actually, Aaron Rodgers is saving us, and he's helping this team, and we wouldn't be a team that's still afloat without him. And that's just real. So, man, thank you guys for listening. It's been a great show. Can't wait to see you guys on the live stream on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. It's gonna be a interesting next show that you guys will see, and I can't wait for you guys to tune in to see what we got going.